good, YouTube? It's a Christ of Faith and Prophecy. And every time I put my glasses on, it's going to be something educational. No, I'm just playing. Not educational, but, just being serious. Damn, uh, my glasses all fogged up. I don't know. But anyways, man. So yeah, man. So basically, today's video is about, Untitled. Why certain superstars never won rings, why certain players never won championship rings. Now, obviously, you can see it from different sports, whether it's basketball, football, whatever have you. So I'm just gonna take two players from each sport, and I'm gonna say why they never won a championship. So first, I'm gonna start with Randy Moss, right? Randy Moss, 6'4", long wingspan, just dominant player. I mean, most people might say that, well, he didn't run the best routes. He was never a finesse route runner. Like all you have to do is just throw it up for grabs and he's gonna get it. And that's what tall receivers do. Tall receivers don't necessarily have the best footwork. You know what I'm saying? You just throw it up there and then they're gonna get those 50-50 balls. You know? But to me, I don't really care. I really don't. Randy Moss, to me, was the greatest receiver that I have ever laid eyes on. And I'm not saying this because, he's my twin. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean by twin, I mean that we were both born on the same day. Obviously he's much older than I am, but we were both born on the same day. He's an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius, so we have a little bit of, passion. So I'm not being biased. It's just that I played with Randy Moss on Madden when I played Madden. I didn't play Madden all that much, but when I did have a Madden game, I think I had Madden '07 with Sean Alexander on the cover. And then I would always play with the Patriots. Or if I was tired of playing with the Patriots, I'll put him on some other team so I could play with him. You know what I'm saying? Now, most people might say that, well, Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver of all time. Obviously, I never saw Jerry Rice until I hit middle school. But to me, he didn't wow me. He didn't have breakaway speed. He wasn't the fastest. He didn't have great hands. He just seemed dull to me. He seemed like a bag of stale chips. Like when you leave a chips open for so long, and then when you take a bite out of it, it doesn't taste the same. That's what I got from Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice wasn't the greatest receiver of all time. Like basically, if you put their stats together, obviously, longevity helps. Randy Moss did play longer than Jerry Rice have. So Randy Moss is going to have an edge in that. In terms of championships, obviously Jerry Rice blows Randy Moss out the water. Both of them are in the Hall of Fame. So, in my opinion is, look, do you want to win championships or do you want to solidify your career? Do you want to solidify yourself against the greats, among the elites? Like you literally have a statue. There's nobody that can take that away from you. Nobody. No, if I wanted a ring, I would have gone out and married somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally would have gone out and married somebody if I wanted a ring. Me personally. But, like sometimes I have to look at sport as it's a kid's game. Grown man going out there and playing a kid's sport, for money. I'm pretty sure they want to do it for free. I'm pretty sure they want to voluntarily do it. But in case money is involved in it, they're going to have to do it. Whether they put their bodies on the line, broken bones, broken hands, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do it because money is on the line. You know what I'm saying? Whether they lose, the win, they still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But for you to be immortalized among the greats, nobody can take that away from you. I don't care if you don't win a championship. If you can't be in the Hall of Fame, that's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of players with rings that's not in the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of players that don't have rings and that's in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to go to the basketball. So now I'm going to look at three people that's never won a ring. Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, and Karl Malone, right? So obviously, I'm going to start with Allen Iverson. I had to pick three, but I just narrowed it down to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was a dog. There was no question about that. Allen Iverson was the Randy Moss of the NBA. He was fast. He was shifty. He could break ankles in a millisecond. He was just fun to watch. Very fun to watch. Like, I really wanted the Knicks to draft Iverson in '96, but obviously the Knicks was not even in the atmosphere of Allen Iverson because I remember Philly had the #1 pick in '96. So, but anyways, man, he was just fun to watch. His legendary crossover against Michael when they asked to double team AI and Michael Jordan said no, I got this. And Allen Iverson, I really remember that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran the ball down the court, I gave him a little shimmy shake to see who's gonna bite it, and then I did it again, and then he bought into it, and I just, like he tried to steal the ball away from me, so I just, did a little shimmy shake and shot it, and he bought into it, and the crowd was just oohing and ahhing, and he was a great rebounder for a guy his size. He led the league in steals 3 times in a row. He led the league in scoring 3 times in a row. He won the scoring champion. He's won MVP. He should have won it twice, but it is what it is. But he's never won a championship, even though he took his NBA team to the finals. And people might say that, well, which player had the most success? Well, or which player led their team to the finals was most impressive? The '07 Cavs or the 2001 or the 2003 or 76ers? I think both of them were very great, to be honest with you. LeBron James carrying that '07 Cavs to the finals just to get swept by the Spurs. And, Allen Iverson leading his squad to the finals just to get beat by the Lakers in, what was it, 4, I believe? No, I think it went to Game 7. I'm not sure. Y'all can let me know in the comment section down below. But he was just a freak of nature. I'm not even gonna call him a freak of nature. He was just too talented. Like he was a very good football player too. He played a lot of positions in football. He played cornerback, quarterback. He played cornerback, quarterback, receiver. Like he played free safety. So to find a player like that, it's very super rare. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's gonna. His shoes was probably #1 behind Kobe's and MJ's at the time. He had the top 3 selling jersey. His shoes, his jerseys, his swag. Like the ladies loved him. The guys wanted to be him. Allen Iverson was the man. He was the answer for a damn reason. You know what I'm saying? Like no bar none. If he had help or if he wanted help, he could have easily won a championship. But his image tainted him a little bit. Same thing with Randy Moss. Randy Moss' image tainted him a little bit. It's not that Randy Moss couldn't play. It's not that Allen Iverson couldn't play. They both were great. And I would probably add Michael Vick to the same discussion. Michael Vick was sensational. Michael Vick was like a damn running back receiver into one. Like that dude was banana, you know? Like I think he was the very first quarterback to have a 99 speed in Madden. Not like if you go to Madden, not even the first Madden, but just around the 2000s, you know? Like no quarterback had a 99 speed. Michael Vick was the only quarterback in Madden history to have a 99 speed until they gave it to Chris Johnson. And then Odell Beckham Jr. had a 98. And then Chris Johnson had a 99. And then Michael Vick had a 99. And then after that, they have never gave another 99 again. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they probably retired that rating, that game speed. You know what I'm saying? Now if you look at a fast person, they'll probably rank 97, 98, 94, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But you'll never see a player with 99 speed in Madden ever again. You know, Tyreek Hill don't even run a 99. He probably runs like a 97 or 98. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, like all three of those cats was very good, you know? And, you know, I'm pretty sure, you know, Michael Vick is never going to be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, because obviously it has to go by credentials, like, you know, the statistics, you know, did you make your team better? How many players, you know what I'm saying? So he's not going to be in that category. But in terms of affecting the game, you know, like if it was up to the players, he would have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. But it's not up to the players. It's up to a bunch of geeks, I should say. You know what I'm saying? The same geeks that makes the damn schedules up, it's the same geeks that make, or probably not even geeks, but it's just, you know, the people, the beat reporters, you know, the people that interview, you know. That's why they said that you have to become one in the NFL, meaning you have to answer their questions that, you know, the interviewers, you know, ask you, you know. If you don't want to answer, then it's up to you, you know. Like I know many times where T.O. or Randy Moss refused to talk to the media. And the media is a huge part to whether you get into the Hall of Fame or not. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, you know, all three of those guys I mentioned, I mean, obviously they waited too long to put Kobe in, but obviously they waited until Kobe passed away to put him in the Hall of Fame. Isn't that a little suspicious? You know, like when he retired, they should have automatically put him in the Hall of Fame. But obviously he played longer, so he couldn't really be in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, it is what it is. But that's just my take on it. Being a Hall of Fame, to me, is more than winning a championship. Now, like I said, you can have it both ways or you can have it one way. Lawrence Taylor is the greatest linebacker of all time. He won 2 championships, one Rookie of the Year. Could have probably three-peated, you know? But he's in the Hall of Fame. He's won championships. Tony Gonzalez, greatest tight end in NFL history, in people's opinion. He's never won a championship, but he put up very dominant numbers. Sucked in the playoffs, but put up very dominant numbers. Shannon Sharp, if you would have compared Shannon Sharp to him, obviously Shannon Sharp won a championship. Tony Gonzalez did it, but if you put their numbers side by side, you would say, okay, they both in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? So, I just say that, you know, I mean, being inducted into the Hall of Fame is better than winning a championship if you can't have it two ways, you know. Some players, like I said, some players do have it two ways, some players don't. But I really like if Odell Beckham Jr. would have retired today. If Odell Beckham Jr. would have retired today, he would have been in the Hall of Fame. Not first ballot, but he would have probably been in there, you know? So it is what it is. But like, comment, subscribe. Tell me, who do you think should have been in the Hall of Fame if they never if they did, well, yeah, if they never won a championship, or if they did win a championship, will they still be in the Hall of Fame? Or will they just be satisfied by winning a championship? Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.